A new shocking report has come out from the Spanish publication El País. There is a recorded evidence that the Spanish reporter named Jose Martin Santos and two computer experts had actually obtained Julian Assange's confidential medical information while he was staying in the Ecuadorian embassy. They then proceeded to put this information out for sale, and one of the people that they tried to sell it to was WikiLeaks. They attempted to extort WikiLeaks and Julian Assange. In the recorded conversation to which El País had access, the alleged extortionist said that there were microphones at the embassy and that all recorded material involving the WikiLeaks founder was being handed over to the ambassador for review. Martin and one of his associates in the Alicante offered WikiLeaks the opportunity to spy on their spies for a price. Two of the three alleged extortionists have since been arrested and are now being investigated by the courts. Now, according to the publication, the meeting took place in Madrid about April 3rd at 7 p.m. 24 hours earlier, the WikiLeaks editor-in-chief, Kristen Hrafson, and Assange's lawyer, Aitor Martinez, had met with the three would-be extortionists at the same hotel. And just a few days before that, they had later cast their net on Twitter by offering to sell this personal information about Assange's 7-year stay to the embassy at the highest bidder. Martin, a journalist who had been convicted to 3 years in prison for fraud in the past, opened the talks by asserting that he and his aides wanted to help the cyber activist. Aitor Martinez said, "If you are benefactors working for freedom of expression and for Assange's legal battle, why do you want the money? Well, we have to put food on our tables too. Should we give it to someone else so that others can benefit from it? Someone needs to say, if this comes out in the open, someone will have to pay for it, just like everyone else. Or, do you work for free? Well, I can't really consider this to be work in the end. It's illegitimate spying on a person in a very sensitive situation. Some lawyers who go do their work are spied on, which is also quite a serious thing, as the lawyer-client relationship cannot be spied upon. Yes, well, I did not do any of the spying. Doctors are also protected by privacy privileges, have been spied on. I don't know. This scheme leads from the embassy straight to you, and a business is hatched. If you finally hand it over to the media, why do you need to violate my privacy as a lawyer? Notwithstanding my own moral and ethical considerations, Kristen has shown me an email that says from 3 million euros. I don't know whether there's a mistake in there, but from 3 million upwards. The team provided that amount, and he and I have not negotiated. A Mexican media giant, Televisa, and said it was ready to pay 9 million euros. And you didn't sell it to them? No. Why not? Because besides that deal, there is an even better one. With other media? No, with you. If a U.S. network gets its hands on this and starts to pick it apart and make special programs and add advertising, they won't make 3 million euros. They'll make 300 million. Now, Assange's representatives then questioned how the men sitting across from them actually got access to this material without assistance from someone inside the Ecuadorian embassy. Now, they didn't answer that, or they didn't give any indication about how they actually collected this information, but Martin insists on describing himself as a journalist and denies that he or his associates are spies. I think it's very clear that these men are spies. They collected personal medical information, which is not particularly relevant to the international situation as it is, or the question of leaking government documents that show crimes committed by various states throughout the world. This very clearly is, to me, an extortion attempt. They are trying to see if they can sell this information to WikiLeaks before they put it out in the public. I mean, it's nonsense to claim that they have to eat too. Apparently they need to eat 3 million or up euros. Now, of course, this claim that they're just doing journalism is absolute nonsense. You don't sell information to the very people it is that you would do a report on, but he's not planning to do a report. He's just selling information, which shows that, at least in this situation, he's not a journalist at all. But that, in my opinion, he's an extortionist for what he's done. Whether or not he is an extortionist or not would still remain in the hands of some kind of Spanish court. But again, it really does show the mentality of much of the capitalist ideology, that even as someone who isn't even opposed to capitalism is trying to get the crimes of the system out so that people are aware of it, there are still what I would consider parasites trying to leech off of that good work.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.